Hello, everyone. Michael and Teresa here. I'm teaching Teresa CPR today, and we're going to start out with adult CPR, and then child CPR, and then the infant CPR. So first thing is we open our mask. We're going to take a mask, open it, and we're going to put the green one-way valve into the mask, and the large end goes into the mask. This is our PPE, personal protection equipment, to protect against any disease transmission, any blood secretions, anything like that, saliva or vomit. So it's going to protect us. Next thing is we're going to have to get the lungs put in to the mannequin. And once we do that, attach it. Once we attach it, and we can get ready to get started. So, Teresa, yeah, we normally wear gloves. We're not going to wear them because it's just hot, but you always want to wear PPE, personal protection equipment. That'll be your gloves and your mask. There are gloves inside the AED bag, but we don't have to wear them. Now, I want to just make sure Teresa is going to blow air into her mannequin to make sure it's working. And the first thing she has to do to check it is she has to do this. Tilt the head back. Head tilt. This is a head tilt chin lift. So you must open the airway before beginning to blow any breaths, or you will not get any air in. It would be like trying to blow up a balloon that is twisted. So you have to tilt the head back, head tilt, chin lift, and then go down and give a breath. Give one breath. Each breath lasts about 1 second. Give one breath. Keep the head back and blow. Blow right into it. One time. Hurry, go blow one time. No, you got to seal your mouth. Put your mouth on the, that's why we have the plaque. Yes, that's your PPE. You got to seal your mouth and blow harder. You're not getting air in. Now you're getting air in. Now you want one quick breath. It'll be actually 2 breaths. Just check it out. You want to make sure the hole is open in the bag. And I'm trying to use my mask and make sure it's working. There it goes. 1, 2 quick breaths. I'm using my mask, so we're going to use mask now, but I'm going to let Teresa blow just directly into it. So give 2 quick breaths. Each breath lasts a second. 1 second, 2. Now slow down, not quite so hard. You just want to blow enough to do this, just to get a chest rise. Blow a little harder, get the chest rise. A little harder, it's okay. A little harder. There's 1, and there's 2. That's good. The first thing you want to do, now we know the mannequin is working. That's chest rise. We know air is going in. If you do not tilt the head back, air will not go in. Like I said, you must have the head back. Head tilt, chin lift. First thing you want to do, if there's an injury, you come upon an injury, someone hurt, you make sure the scene is safe. An unsafe scene could be like, if it's in the highway, it could be a car crash. It could be a car on fire, a car smoking, smelling gasoline, about to catch on fire. Cars going by very fast. It's dangerous in the highway. So that would be an unsafe scene on the highway. Inside a office or a home, you want to make sure no one is touching an electric cord. If they are, and someone's holding an electric cord, and they're still holding it, then they probably got electrocuted. You do not want to touch them, or you will get electrocuted. You must unplug the cord first. Another unsafe scene would be like someone, if you see smoke or smell smoke or see fire. So if you see smoke, smell smoke, or see fire in a house or an office, you must evacuate with the person and then do their CPR outside. So like the fire department gets to a building or a house on fire, they must rescue them, get them outdoors, and start CPR. And another unsafe scene would be like a wet floor, if it's not carpet but tile. And if a floor is wet, it's slippery. You go running, you can fall down. So a safe scene is to protect you, the rescuer. You want to make sure the scene is safe before you touch them or you go out there in the highway. You do not want to get hurt. So what's that?
Will they have a safe place?
Yes, you must get them to a safe place. But if you're on the side of a road, you got to work with a car accident. There is no safe place. You just got to make sure you don't get hit by another car, because a lot of times everybody does not stop. All right, so that's enough about checking the scene to make sure the scene is safe. We're going to have a safe scene. So all night, our scene is safe. Next thing is when you come up on someone in the medical field, we always have extra gloves in our pocket. We would put our gloves on, our PPEs. So we're just pretending we have gloves on. And the first thing you want to do is, if someone is even just laying on a sofa and you think something's wrong, you don't just start CPR. You first want to do what we call shake and shout on their shoulders. You never hit anybody on the head. Shake and shout on their shoulders, talking very loud. Like if it is a man, if you know them, hey, John, are you okay? Oh, you okay? Or if it's a stranger and you don't know their name, sir, are you okay? Or ma'am, are you okay? Are you okay? That's shake and shout to see if they're conscious or not. If they're unconscious, not alert, check for responsiveness. If they're unresponsive, then I would say, Teresa, go call 911. And if you have a defibrillator available, she would get the defibrillator, the AED, and bring it back to me. If you have no AED, then she would just go call 911 and come right back to help me out. She would tell them, they would say, what's the emergency? She'd give them the address and tell them someone is unconscious and we're starting CPR. So after shake and shout, are you okay? Are you okay? Then I want to do a head tilt chin lift like this. After I do head tilt chin lift, I want to go over to the side of the neck and check a pulse. This is the carotid pulse. The carotid pulse is on one side or the other side of the trachea. Trachea is your airway. So it's on one side or the other of the airway. And you count. And you would count no more than 10 seconds. You do not want to waste time. You check 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. Excuse me. If I have allergies, sorry. If there is no pulse, then you begin compressions right away. And the way you would start compressions, you use the heel of the hand, not flat, but the heel of the hand on the center of the chest, between the breast, on the sternum. The sternum is the bone. So you're on what I call solid ground, on the sternum between the breast. You do not do it like this, bending the elbows, or from the side. You must be straight up over the person and going straight down into their chest. And I have a clicker, but you will not be able to hear it on the carpet. And it would be clicking, which it is. You just cannot hear it for the carpet. When doing CPR on an adult, you want to do 30 compressions and then 2 ventilations, going hard and fast. The American Heart Association says hard and fast, and so does all the other companies that follow underneath the American Heart Association's guidelines. They are the ones that do all the medical studies, and so everyone follows suit. Every 5 years, the Heart Association puts out new guidelines. Anything that's updated, then everyone updates their material. It is as current as it is right now, 30 compressions, 2 ventilations. You do at least or about 2 minutes of CPR, which would be 5 cycles, 30 and 2, 5 times. Then you would stop and check what we call the ABCs again, airway, breathing, circulation. The way you do that, you come up, are you okay, are you okay? They're unconscious, Teresa, call 911, get AED. I do a head tilt chin lift. I do look, listening and feel for breathing. I'm looking for the chest to rise. I'm feeling with my cheek for any air coming out of their mouth and nose. I'm listening with my ear for any air movement. There is none. And I'm counting a pulse. And all this is done in 10 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. No pulse. I would begin CPR. I'm demonstrating first, and then Teresa can go next. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 9 and 10, 11, 12 and 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I would quickly take my mask, head tilt, chin lift, 1, 2 breaths, and then again 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, so on. And then you get to 5 cycles. At the end of your 5 cycles, let's say I'm on my 5th cycle, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. This is my last one. About 2 minutes worth of CPR. Give you 2 breaths. 1, 2, chest rises, and the head is already back. I check a pulse. 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. If they have no pulse, you continue CPR. And about every 2 minutes, you check your ABCs, checking for a pulse and scanning the body for breathing. If there is no pulse, no breathing, continue CPR until help arrives. The times that you would stop doing CPR, some of the times would be, number one rule would be if you see any signs of life while doing CPR. If they begin breathing or moving, that's when you would stop. Say, stop CPR, checking a pulse. Hey, we have a pulse, they're breathing, they're unconscious. You keep the head back, keep the airway open, maintain an airway until help arrives, 911 arrives. That would be one of the times stop CPR. That's the main ones when you see, or if you see any signs of life. Another time would be if you're too tired to continue. Then Teresa would be on the opposite side of me, and I would call for a change, and she would take over compressions. I would do ventilations. Another time would be when the defibrillator, the AED arrives. Then while I'm doing CPR, whoever brings in the AED, for example, Teresa brought in the AED, she would dry off their chest, upper right, lower left, where the pads would be going. And then she would turn on the AED, and when it says analyzing, I would stop compressions and let the AED analyze and follow the prompts, do what it says. Another time, besides being too exhausted and switching, would be when 911 arrives and takes over. Not just because you hear them pulling in the parking lot or the driveway, you don't stop until they come in and take over from you. And I'm trying to think if I've left one out. I believe that's the main ones. And so I'm going to let Teresa get started on the other mannequin in just a second. And I'll kind of walk through it together with her, and she'll need her mask. The pointed end of the mask goes over the bridge of the nose. So remember these 3 steps, how to use a mask, how to use a rescue mask. Step number 1 is place the mask. Make sure it's not hanging over their chin. Place the mask, seal the mask, and open the airway. Place, seal, open. Place the mask, seal the mask, open the airway. My right hand is on the forehead. It's going to have to put a little more pressure holding the head back, because when I seal the mask at the bottom, I do not want to close off my airway. So then I give the 2 quick breaths. Place, seal, and open. If you don't have a good seal, you will not get a chest rise. 1, 2, like that. Then we're going to get Teresa's going. Let her get her bag on that side. And get this one on that side. And get on that hook right there. And open up the airway. And all right, check it out. Give it a little couple of breaths. 1. I see that chest rise. 2. That's good. And try it with your mask one time. Place the mask, seal the mask, open the airway, and give 2 breaths. 1, 2. It's working. So we set our mask down on the floor so it doesn't get dirty on the mouthpiece. We want to keep the green part clean. We need it close by. You don't want that green piece to be on the carpet. That will get dirty. You'll be putting it in your mouth. You don't want that. Let me get another one because she already laid it on the floor. You don't want to do that. Okay, here we go. Go back. Let's get started. Okay, got her a fresh one. It must stay up. All right, so I'm going to walk through one with her. We're going to do 5 cycles. I will do 1 cycle with her together, and then she will do the next 4 cycles by herself. At the end, she will give 2 breaths. She will hold, the head will be back and check a pulse. So here we go from the beginning. The scene is safe. We come over to the shoulders. Sir, are you okay? Are you okay? You okay? You okay? All right. Then we would say to someone, you call 911 and get the AED. And we would do this. Head tilt, chin lift, and take the fingers from the chin to check the carotid pulse. And we're counting 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. No pulse. Heel of the hand, center of the chest, squared over the body, and we're going to go together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30. 2 breaths. 1, 2, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 32 breaths. 1, 2. That's 2 cycles. She has 3 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep counting. There's green lights, and every time we get the green lights on the mannequins, you can't see them. That means you're getting in your compressions, hard and fast, 100 to 120 compressions per minute. So she should be getting in 100 to 120 compressions per minute, going hard and fast, pushing at least 2 inches into the chest of an adult. And that's why we practice on mannequins, to see the chest cave in, make sure the clicker is clicking, telling us we're going into the chest 2 inches. Head back, check your ABCs. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. Count loud.
4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000.
All right, let's say we have a pulse and they're breathing. We monitor the pulse and we keep the airway open, waiting on the EMS to arrive and take over. If we have no pulse, we would continue CPR, okay? And that would be adult CPR. Now, we're going to go talk a minute about child CPR. So now this is a child, and the adult, child, and the infant. An infant, this is the baby, the infant. Infant is considered 1 year of age or less than 1 year of age. A child is 1 year to puberty, and an adult is puberty and above. Puberty is around age 12. It could be 11, 12, 13. It is the hair development under the armpits of males, breast development in the females. It's those hormone changes. It's around the age of 12 is kind of a roundabout figure number that we use. And so on an infant, we push about 1.5 inches into their chest. We can use the 2 thumbs encircling hands on an infant, pushing about 1.5 inches, making the clicker click. And you might can see the green lights flashing on the baby. That means I'm getting in 100 to 120 compressions per minute, and my hands are in the correct position. On a child, we push about 2 inches into the chest, and the adult at least 2 inches. So the adult at least 2 inches, a child about 2 inches, infant about 1.5 inches. Now, if you have a very small child, if this child was a child and not an infant, and if this was about a 1.5-year-old or 2-year-old, you can do one-handed compressions on a small child. Again, infant would be 2 fingers, 1 year or less. A child, small child, could be one-handed compressions. Larger children would be 2-hand, just like the adult. So now we're going to have a child. So if you come upon a child emergency, you put your gloves on. Put your gloves on. And then you come over again. You run up to the child and shake. Are you okay? Shout. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Then we would tell someone to call 911 and get the AED. Then we quickly head tilt, chin lift, checking our ABCs, airway, breathing, circulation, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. No pulse. We begin child CPR. Same thing, pushing about 2 inches into the chest. Again, we hear the clicker clicking. She's going to do 5 cycles of CPR.
9:30. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 16, 17, 18, 19, 30.
If at any time while doing rescue breaths, if the breaths do not go in, you reposition the head, go back down, back up, because probably in your haste to do CPR, you forgot to tilt the head back far enough, what we call to a neutral position, where the chin is up, to a neutral position. And if you forget to go back far enough, that neutral position, you did not open the airway. The airway is called trachea. The trachea was not open. And so you just reposition, give 2 more quick breaths. As soon as she gives her 5th cycle, this is number 5, I think, she will give 2 breaths, and then Teresa will keep the head back and check her ABCs. Airway, breathing, and circulation.
And check the pulse.
Give 2 breaths, and then the head is already back, and check the pulse. And sit the mask down, and 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000.
1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000.
All right. Well, you would look that way so you can see chest rise if you want to do that. But you can just scan the body. You can check the pulse and watch with your eyes by scanning the chest. But if you do look, listen, and feel, you must look at their chest this way. All right. That is child CPR. Now, we're going to go to infant CPR. And we're just going fast, so therefore a little bit speedy here, so that we're not slowing down and making the video too slow. But I want everyone to be able to understand what we're doing. So now we have the little baby. And if you can see, when I turn the lights on, the baby, you can see the green lights. 2 green lights come on. So 2 green lights. That means we are going hard and fast, okay? Getting in 100 to 120 compressions per minute. Now we're on the floor. You would never do infant CPR on the floor. You would go to a table and stand up, or a countertop if it were at home or a business. And you would always just take the baby wherever you go. You never leave an infant behind. They're small. If you go call 911, or if you had to go outdoors to get a signal on your cell phone, you take that baby with you. You never leave it behind. And then you would quickly find somewhere, like at the front porch, if you're outdoors, or come back into a table and quickly start CPR. Now, with infant and children, though, versus an adult early CPR, what you want to do is first, early 911. Call 911 first with an adult, then start early CPR and early AED as soon as that AED arrives. With an infant or child, you first begin CPR for about 2 minutes and then call 911. Give them the benefit of the doubt, trying to save a life of that infant or child first. A lot of times it's easier to jumpstart a child or an infant by beginning compressions first. And then you can get your phone out, lay it down, dial 911, turn on the speaker and talk to them while doing CPR. Or if someone is with you, then they can call 911. So babies are smaller. And I'll see if we can turn the camera down this way on the floor a little bit so you can see the baby better. And what you never do with an infant is you never do shake and shout, baby, baby, are you okay? You never do that like you do the adult. So we never shake a baby. What you do, babies we know are very small, very gentle. You gently tap on their feet, on their shoulders. You can tickle their feet and tap their shoulders. Baby, you okay? Baby, you okay? Never hit anyone in the head. Baby, baby, you're okay. Baby is unconscious. If you know the name, you can say, like Susie, Susie, you're okay. All right, baby's unconscious. We call 911, unresponsive, and getting them on the way, and make sure you let them know if you have an infant or a child or an adult so they can bring the right medications in. Some other little things you need to watch for. We never check a carotid pulse on a infant. We do on the adult and the child. On a baby, we do a little head tilt, chin lift, gentle on the head. For example, with this mannequin, I'm not trying to raise the shoulders off the floor. That's too much. You want to be gentle on their little head and neck, not cause a neck injury. You just gently tilt the head back. And we check a brachial pulse, which is inside the upper arm. Brachial pulse is on the inside of your upper arm. That's where we check for infants. That's the main artery running down the arm where you check your radial pulse, like when you go to the doctor for a physical. That's your radial pulse. That same artery going back up is your brachial pulse. These are your carotid pulses. So you have brachial and radial and carotid on the right, radial, brachial, carotid on the left. So we're checking on the upper arm on the inside between the elbow and the shoulder, on the upper arm, between their little elbow and their shoulder, not below it, but up above it. Another thing is when we give little breaths. This is an adult resuscitation mask or rescue mask. What you want to do when use it, if you have to use it on a child, I just reverse it. I do not have the infant mask. Let me check. I may have an infant mask available. If I do, it'll be much better to show you with. Might have one here somewhere.
I think, yeah, it's in the yellow bag.
Okay, I have one. Now we're going to open it and let Teresa take her mouthpiece off her mask, put it on the infant, and push it tight. And now a big difference. Little infant mask, adult mask. Fits their little face better. Place the mask, seal the mask, open their airway. So We gently tap on their feet, their shoulders, or tickle their feet. Gentle head tilt, chin lift. Keep the head back with one hand and check the brachial pulse with the other hand. And again, the way we do compressions, you can either do 2 fingers with the head back with one hand. Excuse me. 2 fingers, center of the chest, just below the nipple line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that. Which a lot of people have a very hard time doing that way. So the Heart Association has said in their new 2020 guidelines, you can do single rescuer, 2 hands circling, 2 thumbs encircling hands, like that. And that's much easier. A lot of people have a hard time pushing about 1.5 inches with 2 fingers. Give that a try.
30 seconds.
Try that. You want to pull the head back gently and try that. 1, 2, 3. Now, when you're doing, keep going. When you, 30 and 2. When you're doing 5 cycles, that can be hard on your fingers. So, Teresa's going to try this. 2 hands wrapped around the body and going to do it that way. Now, watch this. It'll be easier. Right here, like that.
No, I just performing first.
Yeah. I'm just going to show you how to do compressions. We're not doing all that yet.
Like this?
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that easier?
Yeah, I see.
Okay. Now, from the beginning, scene is safe. You come in and tell, baby, somebody's screaming that their child, something's happened. You come over and say, ma'am, I'm trained in CPR, or sir, I'm trained in CPR. I know what to do. If you have your gloves, put them on. Baby, you're okay. Gently tapping. All right, it's unconscious. Teresa, call 911. Get a defibrillator if one is available. Head tilt, chin lift, checking a brachial pulse. No more than 10 seconds. Like that. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. Keep going till you get to 10. 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. Don't use your thumb. You could feel your own pulse. Never use your thumb because you have a heartbeat there. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, like that. 2 fingers to 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. No pulse. Begin compressions right away. All right. Again, pushing 100 to 120 compressions per minute. With an infant, a child, and adult, we do 30 compressions and 2 ventilations with a single rescuer. If there are 2 people with a child or 2 people with a child or an infant, we change the count 15 and 2. 15 compressions like this, and Teresa would have the mask and hold the head back. And I would, if there were 2 rescuers on an infant or a child, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Give 2 breaths. 1, 2. I release my thumbs. Breaths go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 2 breaths. Also, the breaths into an infant are gentle puffs, like blowing out a candle with your cheeks. So you don't want to overinflate the lungs. You could cause the lungs in an infant or a small child to bust if you overinflate them, which would be called a pneumothorax. You don't want that. You just want to blow gentle puffs, just enough air to see the chest rise. Now, Teresa's by herself. She would do 30 and 2. We'll start from the start, from the get-go. Ready? Gloves are on, and she's going to tap on the feet, on the shoulders. Baby, you're okay. You're okay. Baby's unconscious. She'll say, Michael, call 911 and get an AED. She's going to go ahead and do a head tilt, chin lift, checking a brachial pulse on the arm. 1, 1,000. You can also check on the same side. Okay. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, like that. It's on the upper inside of the arm. 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. No pulse. Begin 30 and 2 compressions. Count out loud.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
1, 2, 3, 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And 2 little gentle puffs. 1, 2, and go.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
2 puffs. Here, hold the mask. There you go. Keep going.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
She'll finish her 5th cycle. After that, she'll hold the head back again with the baby and check her ABCs.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Is that number 5? Yeah. All right, now she's going to quickly hold the head back, check ABCs. And tilt, chin, lift, and brachial pulse. 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. Baby has a pulse. If the baby is breathing, she's just monitoring it, waiting on the EMS to come. And that would be infant CPR. We're going to pause now for just a few minutes. Can you pause?
Pause?
Pause the cameras.
No, no.
You can't stop.
Let's continue.
Okay. Well, we will go into the AED, and that's going to be it for tonight. Okay.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Or we can start this tomorrow.
No, because I put that one.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Well, then we will do the defibrillator now. So move the baby back over, and I will go over the adult using the defibrillator for the adult. When you call for the AED, what you get, you can tilt that back up a little bit. You get a defibrillator, and you should have a set of pads in there. Okay. And the pads, if the connector is not plugged in, it usually just goes only one direction. It cannot go but one way. The pads will show you where they go. Upper right of the chest, lower left of the chest. Above the breast, below the breast. Upper right and lower left. Above the breast and below the breast. So you're looking at the pad. Here is the person's right arm. When I lay them down, it's not my right arm, it's their right arm. So that's why the pads are designed. You look at the pad, upper right, above the breast, lower left, below the breast. When using an AED, you just turn it on and follow the prompts. So what you would do is turn on one button, the on-off button.
Analyzing rhythm. Everyone stand clear.
And the first thing it says is analyzing. It never shocks to begin with. It first wants to analyze to see if the heart has an abnormal heart rhythm. This is a small computer designed to detect either VFib or VTAC, ventricular fibrillation or ventricular tachycardia. If it decides that the heart has an abnormal rhythm, then it wants to shock the heart back, hopefully to a normal sinus rhythm, QR complex, beep, 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 a normal sinus rhythm. Excuse me, I'm gonna turn it on again and just follow the prompt. Now, there are times you may have to dry off the chest. They may be wet. Cold sweat is one of the signs of a heart attack. If you do, then you have a gauze that comes with it. And with that gauze, before you apply the pads, you dry it off and put the pad upper right and lower left. That's what the gauze is for. Then you turn it on and follow the prompts and do what it says. If it does not detect abnormal heart rhythms, it will tell you to begin CPR. If it detects an abnormal rhythm, ventricular fibrillation or ventricular tachycardia, then it will shock the heart and hopefully they come to right away. If not, you begin CPR.
Analyzing rhythm. Everyone stand clear.
You want to stay clear while it's analyzing. You don't want to touch them. You could give it a false reading. And when shocking, you don't want to touch because it could shock you.
Analyzing rhythm. Everyone stand clear.
I'm clear, you're clear. We're all clear. Everyone's clear.
Shock advised. Charging.
Shocking, charging.
Everyone stand clear.
Everybody clear.
Everyone stand clear. Push the shock
It's
button.
showing a shock button. Teresa will press the shock button. Quickly push it.
Push the shock delivered.
Boom.
Begin 5
If they don't come
cycles of
to,
CPR.
you go right into compressions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to pause it just a minute. Teresa's going to get on this side of me. All right. We're going to show two-person adult CPR. Teresa's on that side. I'm on this side. Turn around. Yep. Get her mask back. She's going to set her mask over here on the paper by her. Well, for now. Now, so we're going to start from the beginning again, okay? And here we go. All right, here we go. We turn it on.
Analyzing rhythm.
Analyzing.
Everyone stand clear.
We're all clear. Maybe you can see that.
Shock advised.
Shock advised.
Charging.
Charging.
Everyone stand clear. Everyone stand
There's the light
clear.
flashing. Teresa will push it.
the shock button.
Push it. Push it.
Shock delivered. Begin.
They did
5
not come
cycles
to.
of
1,
CPR.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's going to hold the head back, put her mask on, and give breaths. Ready? Get that mask on. Hold the head back. Get ready to give breaths when I get to 30 now. Okay. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 2 breaths. I relax my hands. I hover my hands above the body. 2 breaths go in, and that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
1
13,
minute
14,
and 30
15,
seconds
16,
of
17,
CPR
18,
remain.
19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30. 2 breaths. You always keep the mask on, the head back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 32 breaths. You always keep the mask on and the head back like that. 2, 3, 4, 6,
1 minute
7,
of
8,
CPR
9,
remain.
11, 12. I'm going to call for a change. When I call for a change, instead of 30, I will say change. And Teresa will give 2 breaths. And then I will take over the breathing. She will jump over here, move down, and start compressions right away. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Change. 2 breaths. And quickly take over compression right here. There you go. Now I'll get the mask on. Put my mask on. Count loud.
11, 12, 13, 14,
30 seconds of CPR remain.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Relax your hands up right there above the chest. 1, 2, go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Cover the hands. Hands up. Hands up. 1, 2, go.
Analyzing
Oh,
rhythm.
analyzing. Everyone
stand
stop.
clear.
When it says analyzing, it's checking to see if it detects VFib or VTAC.
No shock advised.
No shock.
Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
So it did not detect VFib or VTAC. It wants us to continue CPR. And again, we continue until the MS ride take over. But more importantly, if we see any signs of life, we stop what we're doing. Now, that is adult CPR. If you will, hand me that bag. Also, in the bag, like I said earlier, are gloves, PPEs. You should have a mask in the bag or a barrier, a face barrier, face shield to cover the mouth to do CPR. You should have a razor blade for a man who might have a real hairy chest. Then in that case, you must quickly shave wherever, if it's a real hairy chest, upper right and lower left. If there's not a lot of hair on the upper right, but a lot of hair on the lower part of the body, then you just shave wherever there's a lot of hair, like a head of hair on the body. A little bit of hair is okay. Also in the bag should be bandage scissors, okay, to cut clothing. If it's not a button-up shirt or a lady's blouse, If it is buttoned up, you just rip it open. If not, you use the scissors. It cuts pullover shirts and blouses. Pull over any kind of shirt or sweaters, anything like that. And you also cut the lady's bra. So everything gets cut. Then if they're sweaty, you dry off upper right, lower left, and then attach the pads. Turn on the AD and follow the prompts. You always just turn it on and follow the prompts. That's how to use a defibrillator with the adult. Again, it's the same scenarios basically for a child. If you have the child size pads, which I think I do in my other bag, they're smaller. And can you go? I'll grab those. Let me grab those child pads real quick. I don't see them.
Maybe I put it. Can I translate in Tagalog or Visayan? Guys, tinuruan niya ako ng CPR training.
Okay, here we go. Child size pads. Little bit smaller than the than the adult pad. Little smaller. Okay, I put those back. On these, the pads either go on a larger child, upper right, lower left, or if it's a small, like a baby or a very small child, front and back. Front of the chest, back. That would be for a small child. If this were a small child, again, upper right, I'm not to the baby yet, lower left. This is a small child about 6 years old. Now, when using child size pads, you should use them if they weigh less than about 55 pounds of weight, okay? And they're just small child. Anything under 8 years old, 8 and less, or less than 55 pounds of weight, use pediatric pads if available. If not, the Heart Association says you can go with adult pads, that it would not harm an infant if you use adult pads. Found nothing in their studies to harm an infant. But you are shocking with a higher dose of energy, higher joules. It could be anywhere starting out about 120 joules or 200 joules. Pediatric pads would be starting out about 50 joules. Okay, so pediatric pads are on this 6-year-old. Same thing, you would just turn it on.
Analyzing rhythm.
And analyze.
Everyone stand clear.
The difference is 2 of us doing the rescuing now. Instead of 30 and 2, it would be 15 and 2.
Charging. Everyone
stand clear. Shock advised charging.
Everyone stand clear.
Press the button.
Delivered. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Relax your hands. 1, 2. We're into 2-person child CPR. So we're doing 15 and 2. 15. Hands hover over the chest. 1, 2, go, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
1 minute and 30 seconds of CPR.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Change. 1, 2. I give 2 breaths. Teresa takes over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I hover my hands so air can go into the chest. 1,
minute
2,
of
3,
CPR
4, 5,
remains.
6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're now into two-person child CPR. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're doing 15 compressions to 2 ventilations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You're actually on a 2-minute timer when using a defibrillator. 1, 2, 3, 4,
30
5,
seconds
6,
of
7, 8,
CPR remain.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's calling down the time. So I'm actually going, like I said, 2 minutes now of full CPR with their timer. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. About to analyze. When it calls to analyze, we will stop. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The one getting tired is the one doing the compressions.
Analyzing rhythm.
Analyzing. Everyone clear.
Everyone stand clear.
So it's analyzing.
No shock advised. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
So it just turned off the light. It shut itself down after 5 cycles. We are on a 2-minute timer. As I said before, in the beginning, without a defibrillator, we do 5 cycles, 30 and 2, 5 times. That is about 2 minutes of CPR. When using an AED, you're actually on a timer, 2-minute timer. That's two-person child CPR with an AED. Now, I will demonstrate infant CPR using an AED with the little infants. So now we get the baby and bring it back over here. And we're going to do it this way where you can see it. And I will be doing compression starting. Teresa will use her mask, and just since, there we go. When we switch, when I call for a change, I will use my mouthpiece. When we change, she'll start compressions, and I will, while she's doing compressions, put my mouthpiece on the small mask, since I only have one mask right now. All right, so an infant is down. We get over there to the baby. Baby, you're okay, you're okay. Teresa, call 911, get the defibrillator, and she's gonna, I'm gonna do this, you do that. She's gonna bring the AED in, and she's gonna connect it up. While I'm doing CPR, we'll have to roll the baby, stop for a second, and then get the pads on and roll the baby back onto its back. So here we go. I'm going to start from the beginning. Baby, you're okay. You're okay. Something's wrong. Teresa, go get the AED. Go to the table and come back when I call you. She's going to call 911 and get the AED. All right. Baby's unconscious. Head tilt, chin lift. Check a brachial pulse. 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. No pulse. I begin CPR. Don't come until I call you. All right. By myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I'll reverse my big mask. Gentle puffs. 2 gentle puffs. Breaths go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Here comes Teresa with the AED now. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hurry, get them on. 7, 28, 29, 30. While she's doing that, I don't wait. I keep going until she's ready. Stick that one on. Front, there we go. On the back, quickly get them peeled. One on the back of the infant. Okay. Lay the baby back down. Turn on the AED. And it goes front and back.
Clear.
Analyzing. Everybody clear.
Shock advised.
Don't touch.
Charging. Everyone.
It's charging. We don't touch this baby until we shock, or you will get shocked.
Everyone stand
Push
clear.
the button.
Push. Shock
Go.
delivered.
1, 2.
Begin
Baby did
5
not come
cycles
to.
of CPR.
Get the head airway. Get the mask on. Head back. There you go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2 little puffs. Keep the head back. I take my thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2 puffs. I relax my thumbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm compressing right on top of the AED pad. 1, 2, 3, 4,
1
5,
minute and 30
8, 9,
seconds
10,
of
11, 12,
CPR
13,
remain.
14, 15. Two-person infant CPR is 15 and 2, just like the child. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Again, the person that gets tired would be the one doing the compressions, not the one doing the breathing. 14, 15. You would also, like I say, take the infant to a table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Should not be on the floor unless absolutely had to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
1
6,
minute of
7, 8, 9,
CPR
10,
remain.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Turn my lights on. I'm pushing hard and fast, 100 to 150 compressions per minute, according to the Heart Association. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
30
13, 14,
seconds of
15.
CPR remain.
We're going to do a change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Change. 2 puffs and go. Start compressions. Quickly go. Count.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Relax your fingers. Go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Analyzing rhythm.
Analyzing. Stop
Everyone
what you're doing
stand clear.
so you don't get shocked.
No shock advised. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
So it did not want to shock. It did not detect VFib or VTAC. And so we continue CPR. Ventricular fibrillation means the heart is quivering, not pumping blood, a disorganization of electrical activity. And this computer is designed to detect that VFib or VTAC and wants to shock the heart back to a normal sinus rhythm. Ventricular tachycardia means the ventricles are pumping too fast and the atrium cannot keep up with the ventricles. So it detects VTAC and it wants to shock the heart back to a normal sinus rhythm. So anytime you hear a defibrillator say shock advised charging, you know it detected either one of those 2 arrhythmias, ventricular tachycardia or ventricular fibrillation. If you hear an AED say no shock advised, continue CPR, that means it did not detect an abnormal rhythm. And that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with the infant, the child, and the adult. CPR, 1 rescuer and 2 rescuers by ourselves, like we did earlier, and then together, as well as with the AED. Okay? So we're going to turn that off for now and hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.
Okay. Ayan guys, tapos na ang aking training for CPR sa adult, infant, and child. Kung paano yun i-ano mo yung mga taong unconscious, yung nawala ng malay ba? Parang nawala ng malay galing sa yung na-disgrasya, yung na ano ba, na ano yun sa dagat. Sa Bisaya pa nalumos. Guys, mag-end naman siguro. Mag-end na ako. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow again, magla-live din ako. I-continue namin yung yung training ko. So, ngayon, 1 oras lang kasi sabi ng asawa ko, iba na naman daw yung topic, yung iti-training ako niya. Iba na naman. Haba kasi. Kasi yung asawa ko is nagtuturo ng CPR. Okay guys, yun lang po. 1 oras na pala ako. Mabilis na pala siya magturo. English kasi, mabilis siya pag magturo English. Pero gusto ko yung i-translate ko sana ng Visayan or Tagalog, pero mabilis siya. Gusto niya mabilis. Kasi nawala na siya yung boses kasi may siya. Allergy. May allergy siya. Sa pollen allergy. Kaya, yun lang po. Babalikan ko kayo bukas. Siguro umaga dito. Tapos, dyan sa Pinas is gabi. Ayan, magtuturo kami din. Tapusin namin. Mahaba kasi yun. Marami pang ituturo niya. Bago niya ako bigyan ng certificate. Yan lang po guys. Thanks for watching. Ma'am Beth, shout out sa'yo. Lara in New York. Yan. Bye-bye guys. Thanks for watching. Mag-good night na rin kami kasi gabi na. Mag-prepare pa din kami para bukas. Kasi ngayon hindi kami nakapag-prepare kasi naulan nga. Naulan. Bibili pa naman kami sana ng gamit ng may gamit pa na bibilhin para kumpleto na. Yan lang guys. Bye! Good night, Ma'am Bella. Laura in New York. Good night po. Salamat sa inyong panonood.